Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This week's twabs just dropped and we've got a lot to go through, so I'll just get started. So first thing we need to talk about is the power cap, which is being changed. So let's start off with some definitions. So it's the floor, which is the lowest possible power for a piece of gear starting for new characters. Then you've got soft cap, the point at which general drops stop being automatic upgrades. Powerful gear drops are now the only best way to gain power. And then you've got the power cap, which is the point at which powerful drops stop being upgrades. Pinnacle are now the only way to gain it. Then hard cap, which is the maximum possible from pinnacle drops, but you're ignoring artifact power. So through general gameplay, players can reach soft cap of 1500 by earning gear through activity, completions, chests and more. This includes legendary and rare drops. Once reaching the soft cap, players will need to earn powerful rewards from vendor challenges and other objectives in the game. Once reaching the power cap of 1550, the only upgrades players will be able to find are from endgame activities that offer pinnacle rewards. Your final stretch to the hard cap of 1560 will be through raids, Trials of Osiris, Iron Banner and other endgame PvE sources. So the floor is also going to be set to 1350, I believe. So that's kind of like raising everyone up to the same level. So I think that's a controversial thing, because it is good so that old and new players can get straight into it. But for all the people that put in a lot of work in the last things to level themselves up, doing like their pinnacles and that, it's kind of just a bit anticlimactic for that. But oh well. Next we're moving on to is the blues. Beginning in the Witch Queen, blue rewards will stop dropping from playlist activities like Crucible Strikes Gambit once players have reached the soft cap. Players above the soft cap, 1500, will see a slightly increased chance of receiving legendary rewards from these activities or a small amount of legendary shards. Now I think overall this is really good, because that was really annoying having to keep on going to my postmaster to dismantle all the blues. So this is a good step in the right direction. Next is Gunsmith Reputation. Banshee 44 is getting a new reputation system that matches other vendors in the tower, such as Zavala Shacks. This means we are removing some items that we were previously associated with the Gunsmith reputation, namely gunsmith materials and weapon telemetries. Players will now earn reputation rank progress with Banshee 44 when dismantling legendary and exotic weapons and armor by completing daily gunsmith bounties. Players will want to spend their gunsmith materials and weapon telemetries at Banshee before February 22nd. Any material that has not been spent will be removed from inventory automatically, as I said. Next, Rahul. So basically, Spider's getting sunset, so Rahul will be inheriting all his stuff. So exchange rate should match what we know from the Spider from now, but these services will be shifted to the tower, as Tangle Shore is going to be off limits. Addition, Rahul will be picking up some of the wares that Banshee 44 and Ada once offered, specifically the sale of enhancement prisms and incident shards. As noted above, this makes space for the more mods, since they will be going up from 2 mods to 4 mods within Ada and Banshee. Rahul will offer these materials the same price as Banshee 44 and Ada 1 once sold them. So enhancement prism, then they've got the enhancement cores, planetary materials, glimmer, an ascendant shard for 10 enhancement prisms, 100 planetary materials and 50,000 glimmer. As a final note before we move on to some exotic news, Master Rahul will be able to decrypt umbral engrams, so players will not have to hop between the helm and the tower to decrypt all their engrams in the inventory. Focusing on individual seasonal weapons and armor will live on seasonal vendors in the helm moving forward. So if you want to focus on a specific weapon from a given season, you'll still need to head to the helm for decryption. Hawk and Deadman's Tale. So Hawkmoon and Deadman's Tale, the Harbinger and Presage exotic missions will no longer be accessible. The team wanted to preserve the abilities of players to obtain random rolls. Therefore, instead of adding these items to the Monument of Lost Light, they have added it to Zur. So each week Zur will offer a unique roll for both Hawkmoon and DMT, which will be purchasable for all players who own Beyond Light for the following materials: 1 Ascendant Shard, 1 Exotic Cipher, 125k Glimmer, 200 Legendary Shards. There's one more thing: exotic catalysts. Hawkmoon, DMT, Aegir Scepter catalysts will be moved to playlist activities like Strikes, Crucible and Gambit. Completions in these 3, we've added the ability for free catalysts that have been absent from D2 to drop from these playlists as well. Outbreak Perfected, Whisper of the Worm and Fourth Horseman. So Outbreak Perfected and Whisper of the Worm both had their requirements for completing the catalyst updated, so they can be done without the original activities. Moving on to the most important thing, Witch Queen, the raid date has been finally done. So Witch Queen is a new raid. It's not surprising, but we've got a little bit of time towards first, so we can like, get ready in that. So it Witch Queen redacted raid, March 5th, 2020, 10 a.m. Pacific, 18. So it's at 6 p.m. on Tuesday in the UK. So this is gonna be good. So overall, it's a very good twab. I think basically everything there was a hit, like last week with the orbs. So honestly, I gotta say that is a top tier twab. Well done to Bungie, and hopefully, I'll link it in the description, but hopefully they keep this going, because there's still 5 more twabs after this, so that's good. Alright, anyway, that is today's video. It's just a quick catch up, and see yous.